Washington, Senate Republicans rehashed unproven allegations of corruption and bias at the FBI on Tuesday, attacking the Bureau's former acting director Andrew G. McCabe during a contentious Judiciary Committee hearing. The hearing, led by Senator Lindsey of South Carolina, a close ally of President Trump's, was a recounting of perceived injustices that the president and his supporters have amplified over the investigation into the 2016 Trump campaign's ties to Russia. They included the botched applications to wiretap the former Trump campaign advisor Carter Page, the treatment of the former National Security Advisor Michael T. Flynn, and a notorious dossier about purported Trump-Russia links. Senator John Cornyn of Texas accused the F of going rogue, while Senator Marsha Blackburn of Tennessee said the Bureau had a culture of corruption and cover-up. Senator Josh Hawley of Missouri described the investigation as the biggest scandal in the history of the F. Mr. McCabe repeatedly rejected Republican claims that the F's actions were politically motivated. "Let me be very clear, we didn't open a case because we liked one candidate or didn't like the other one," he said in his opening statement. "We didn't open a case because we intended to stage a coup or overthrow the government." McCabe, who testified remotely because of the pandemic, acknowledged serious F mistakes in the Page wiretap applications, one of which he signed. He said he would not have approved it knowing what he has learned since. "We're all responsible for the work that went into that FISA," Mr. McCabe said, referring to requests made under the Foreign Intelligence Surveillance Act. A Justice Department Inspector General report issued last December found egregious errors and omissions in the applications to wiretap Mr. Page in the months after he left the Trump campaign, based on investigators' suspicions about his ties to Russia. Republicans pressed Mr. McCabe about who at the F was to blame for the problems. They wrongly insisted that no one had been held responsible. The Inspector General's report did assign blame, singling out an F agent assigned as primarily responsible for some of the most significant errors and omissions. The F director, Christopher A. Wray, has said line-level employees who played a role in the Page wiretap applications were referred to the Bureau's Office of Professional Responsibility, its disciplinary arm. The Inspector General report also found that the F had sufficient reason to open the Russia investigation and that investigators acted without political bias in doing so. Democrats on the committee made clear they had little patience for Mr. Graham's inquiry, believing it was a waste of time as they accused Attorney General William P. Barr of politicizing the Justice Department. "This is a last-ditch, desperate undertaking to deal with President Trump's grievances about that election," said Senator Richard J.